Good morning and welcome to Coffee with Alain. Hope everybody's day is going well. Thank you for joining me. Whether you join live and comment, watch a replay, or you're listening to a podcast, thank you for joining. Hope you're having a fantastic day, a fantastic week. And since I'm getting ready to do some traveling, I wanted to do some travel tips today. Because when you travel, I want to make sure that you have a safe and enjoyable trip. And preparation is one of the keys to doing that. Now, because I'll be traveling, Coffee with Alain Thursday, Friday, Saturday might be a little bit different. Not sure of my schedule and different things going on. So I will be broadcasting, but it might not be at the same time. Definitely won't be at the same location. Good morning, Thad. Appreciate you being here and saying hello. Hope you're doing well. Make sure you sign up for the newsletter. Sometimes I have travel tip articles in there for the newsletter. This coming week, I probably will, because of the travel this week and the following week, just doing some travel tips. So enjoylifesafely.com, download one or both of the free ebooks, help you stay safe, keep your family safe, and you'll get that newsletter. Safety tips, self-defense tips, enjoying life, how to be exceptional, just tips and things to help make your life better. Now let's talk about some travel tips, preparation especially. So I'm getting ready to travel. So if you want to make sure your travel is more enjoyable, safer, goes smoothly, you do a little preparation before you go. Now, if you know the location you're going and you know the area well, great. If you don't, it's a new place, you've never been there before, do a little bit of research. Find out good areas, bad areas. Figure out what you're going to do. Business trip, pleasure trip, even a business trip, you might want to do some pleasure. So are there things you want to see and do? Find out where they are, what they cost, how to get there. Do some planning. Safe areas, not so safe areas, different things like that, depending on where you're traveling. Booking your hotel. Book a hotel that's safe. Okay, check it out. Do some research. Look at where you're going to go. This coming trip, we had a couple events to go to. Now, wanted a hotel within walking distance of those events because traffic can be just a nightmare and a pain. So wanted to get a hotel that was safe, affordable, and a good location for what we wanted to do. So those are things that you want to look at, and you can do that beforehand. And doing so is going to make everything smoother when you get there. Okay. How are you getting to and from the hotel? Uber, Lyft, taxis are going to be the most. Maybe your hotel has a van that can take you, a shuttle. Just make sure you know that. Most places pretty easy, but when you go to foreign countries, sometimes that can be a little bit more challenging. Again, doing your research and making sure you know. So, do you have money prepared if you're traveling internationally? What is the exchange rate? Where are you going to exchange? I'll tell a story in a different time about a nightmare that I had because I wasn't prepared and did the wrong thing. But figure that kind of stuff out. Now, I like to make a list of what I'm going to take and what I'm going to need. If it's a business trip and I'm teaching, what am I teaching? Got to make sure I have the laptop with the correct PowerPoints. But am I teaching Reflex Protect classes? Okay, I make sure that they have received their product that we're going to use in the training. Make sure that I take the stuff that I need to take during the training. Is it a communication class? Got to make sure I have the handouts, enough handouts and different things. Am I emailing it to them and they printing them out, or am I taking them with me? Got to make sure I have those things ready. Active shooter response class. Okay, got the big giant case with the training weapons and so forth. Got to take that. So got to make sure that what I'm doing, that I'm taking the right gear. Then I need to make sure clothes. What are you taking for clothes? Don't take more than you need, but make sure you take what you need. Training. Okay, do I got my Reflex Protect training shirts? I got a bunch of those if I'm training multiple days, so I don't wear the same shirt every day. I can change clothes, but how many shirts do I need? How many pair of pants, underwear, socks, belts? Which shoes am I taking? Figure that out for what you're doing. Okay, I'm going to be at the SHOT Show and I'm going to be wearing my black shirt every day at the SHOT Show. However, at night, I need these clothes. We're going to go to a nice restaurant this night. Got to wear these. Going to do this time. Got to wear those. So make sure that you plan it out and that you have what you need. Now, I'm not going to SHOT Show this year, but that's just an example of, making a list and preparing for what you're going to do and what activities you need. Okay. If I have a carry-on bag only, can't take one of my knives. Am I going to mail it ahead, or am I going to just not have a knife and only maybe carry a tactical pen? Because I can take that on the plane in my carry-on bag. Okay, so what are you going to do for that? So those are all little things that you need to figure out and have that list of what you're taking. Make sure you have your phone, your charger. Most tickets now are on your phone. You don't get paper tickets that often anymore. So you want to make sure that you have everything you need. Are you going to an event where you have your tickets on your phone? Do you know the passcode? Do you make sure you can get it and so forth? Make sure you have all that set, making your trip easier. Okay? So all these little things we want to plan. How long is your layover if you have a layover? Sit as close to the front as you can if you have a short layover so you can get off that plane quickly and get there. I go through Salt Lake a lot of times, and sometimes they just give you tiny short layovers. Now that they have the newer things built, it's a little easier. I usually, you can fly into one and you stay in that one. But when you flew into one side, had to go through that long tunnel and go out to the end and then take the bus to your plane when it was under construction, I missed flights at that time, even running. So again, get off the plane as quick as possible when you have short layovers. You have a long layover, not as important, but plan that stuff. Okay, so it's all this kind of little things will help you. Go to the airport early. So plan on going early. That just makes it less stressful and easier. And if something wrong happens, you can deal with it. Thad will remember this years ago, years and years ago, 20 or so, it was before my daughter was born. Thad was actually giving me a ride to the airport, I believe, and we were on the way to the airport. I was like, he's saying, do you got the tickets? No, I don't get the. And this was back when they did paper tickets before smartphones and everything. It's like, no. We turned around, we were almost to the airport. We turned around, went back. We had dropped the tickets in the parking lot of the apartment we were living in at the time. They were right there. I mean, it was real early in the morning. Pulled into the parking lot and saw them there in the parking lot. Had dropped them as we were loading stuff into the car. Got the tickets, got to the airport in time because we had planned to go early. If we had been late and had to turn around and go back, might not have made it. So going early can cut off some of those bad things that sometimes happen. So more that you prepare and have everything laid out, the easier and stress-free your travel will be. More time you have, less stress you have, easier it is to pay attention and be aware, enabling you to enjoy more and be more safe. So preparation before your travels is one of the keys to enjoyable and safe travels. For more information, be sure to get that newsletter. I put travel tips and stuff in there every once in a while. This weekend probably will have travel tips in there just because I'm traveling. So enjoylifesafely.com, you can get that. I appreciate Dixon being here. Dixon says, wishing you safe travels in advance. Thank you, Dixon. Actually be not this weekend, but the following weekend, going to be heading to Texas and get to see Dixon. It will be great to catch up with you down there, Dixon. Good morning, Jeff. Appreciate you being here. Be traveling and seeing you hopefully at the Korean Martial Art Festival in a few months. See Dixon down there too. So all three of us will be together. Appreciate all of you guys saying hello. Appreciate everybody who listens. Go out, make it a tremendous Tuesday, and we will see you tomorrow.